So America, how y'all doing? I want to kind of throw this out here. You do know that a cop can kill a black person and not be race related, right? Not be race motivated, right? And I'm saying that because in the case of Ma'Kiah Bryant, there are now people who are saying that this is race motivated. When the body cam footage shows that the police officer shot Ma'Kiah while she was trying to stab and kill another girl. Now, there are certain things that people are saying to try to make this officer look bad. And I'm going to go through some of them. One of them is that a cop's job is not to kill people. This is true. But what you're not saying and not realizing, well, no, I'm pretty sure you realize this, is that an officer's job description does state that they may be in a situation that requires lethal force in order for them to protect themselves or to protect someone else. And that's the case here. Ma'Kiah Bryant was going to go stab someone else, and a police officer had no choice but to pull the trigger and kill someone who was about to become a murderer to save someone who was innocent. Alright? Next up is the whole stand your ground issue. Now, the stand your ground laws pretty much say that if your life is in danger, you have the right to lethally defend yourself. In other words, somebody has a knife on you and you have a gun, you have the right to pull a gun out and shoot and kill that person. You know, it's okay, fine, it's a good law. However, this is the problem with this story with Ma'Kiah Bryant. So apparently she was assaulted. She got up, went inside of her house. She was protected when she was in that house. Nobody was in that house trying to hurt her, and she went and grabbed a knife. The minute that she walked outside and became the aggressor, stand your ground, and because it became a separate incident, stand your ground no longer applied. So she was no longer under protection of stand your ground because she was now trying to use lethal force against somebody else who really was not trying to hurt her. You can't go inside, call the police, grab a knife, and then walk out and then try to kill someone and expect the law to cover your ass. It's not going to work. So there's that. The next part was, why didn't the officer use a taser? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, a taser isn't always effective. A taser can often miss. A taser can hit an article of clothing. And taser can also, yeah, it locks you up, but it may or may not work. And that's the thing. The officer had two choices: use methods that may or may not work, or use a method that is guaranteed to save this person's life, which was lethal force. Another is the whole thing about why not shoot her one time. Well, it's because if he had shot her just one time, he could have not hit anything that could have stopped her and she could have still stabbed, or he could have missed. And a police officer's job, and there's also why didn't he shoot her in the leg, but a police officer is trained to shoot center mass. Some officers, from what I've heard, have shot center mass and then went one for the dome, but I don't know if I believe that. I've never heard of that. But when it comes down to it, an officer is taught to neutralize a target by any means necessary when that target is about to commit an act that is deadly to someone else or to the officer themselves. But here's the thing. The most important piece of this is the way that the media is covering it. And you know what? Screw you, media. You're idiots. You seriously are just making things worse. You're not reporting how the officer shot and killed this girl to save another girl's life. No, you're reporting this as a cop killed another black girl. And BLM, you're not helping either, because you're, again, not pushing the correct narrative, which was this officer saved the life of another girl about to be stabbed. You are pretty much sympathizing with someone who was about to kill someone else. Now, what if the cop wasn't there? In fact, Ben Shapiro said this. What if the cop wasn't there and Ma'Kiah Bryant had stabbed and killed this girl? The media wouldn't care. BLM wouldn't give a damn. Nobody would care. This wouldn't be on the news at all. The only difference is because there was a 13-year-old in Cincinnati a couple of days ago who was also stabbed. Nobody knows about that. The difference is because there was no cop there to shoot the 13-year-old. But the cop shot Ma'Kiah Bryant, and now it's a big deal. So now my question to you, BLM, and my question to you, anyone who supports BLM and anyone who has something to say about this negatively against this cop, is when do Black lives really matter? Is it when they actually die? Or is it how they die? Is it when another black person kills them? Or is it when a cop kills them? Is it really seriously the fact that Black lives matter? Or is the fact that Black lives only matter when they fit your agenda? So my take on this case is that the officer reacted in proper fashion. The shoot was a good shoot. And Ma'Kiah Bryant, as sad as the death of a teenager is, she got the fate that she deserved for trying to kill another person. Hit me up if y'all got issues or comments. I'd love to know what y'all think. Y'all have a good one. God bless.